Hi guys, I'm Yolanda Mabanga and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is actually my very first episode and I'm so excited simply because today I'm meeting Umbonisi and Siyanda. They are two young graduates turned entrepreneurs. This after realizing that the dream of going to the job market is looking rather bleak. So they decided to put their heads together and start a bakery, which actually worked in their favor. They started off with 2 employees, but now they're sitting at 14, and I'm here to find out more about that. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to see me. We're actually right above your bakery where all the magic happens. Can you tell me how it all started and where did you see the gap in the baking industry to enter into?
We started here at home in the kitchen. We were using the at-home kitchens. We were baking our own cakes. We started to check how to bake cakes since we were faced with the reality of graduate unemployment. So we saw that we cannot stay like this, waiting for government to provide us with the job. So we
started being just proactive and watching my YouTube videos. Then from there, we started equipping ourselves to know this is what we should do if we want to change the situation of just having of being unemployed and just sitting at home.
Talking about unemployment, from the part where you guys graduated until you started the business, how long of a period did that take for you guys to put your heads together and be like, okay, no guys, we need to do something about it?
Like you see, Siyanda said, he came early. He after graduating
2017.
Well, he came back in 2017. Then I came back in 2018. So he was like the mastermind of all of this. So when I came in 2018, everything was leveled up, but we were still using So after like 6 months, because we started July.
We started in July, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Then from July up until December, we was baking and everyone was complaining. Sometimes we couldn't even work, like we were scared. But uNkulunkulu wakwazi ukusiblessa, sakwazi ukusave imali. Then we managed to buy our own little shack, the one that we have.
And talking about finances, how much did it cost to start this business and getting the equipment?
To be honest with you, Yolanda, we started with the money that I can remember is 12,000. The money that we had, 12,000. But then everything just flows after that. Just flows after that. Even though Askas is holding a call since we started, but the progress yabonala where we started.
And how are your parents feeling about the whole journey? How has the journey been for them? I mean, you guys were taking up their space. I'm sure they were just like, you guys are finishing my electricity and there's load shedding in the mist, all of this.
In terms of our parents, actually our families, they've been giving us support, especially not financially per se, but like psychologically. I think when a parent needs to believe in you, in your dream, and just help you and navigate you to becoming whatever you planning on. Jobasu SG, Jobasu Mkul. But it's really exciting, and there's been positive feedback from them.
And the challenges that you have faced in the business?
One important thing that I've always talked about, me and Siyanda, that the challenges we really have is like we haven't had any government assistance. We haven't had like any private assistance or any stakeholders. But that doesn't deter us from actually going and having the vision and goals that we're setting for SG to become. So we're still striving and pushing up until maybe the government or any stakeholders will just come. But along the way, we're still pushing.
Yeah. So you guys started in July 2019.
July 2019.
And of course, the pandemic hit us this year. How did that shift your business?
It was very bad.
Very, very bad. We were affected negatively as a business, and we had like 7 spots whereby we were selling our cakes in the early hours of morning in Jacobs and Clearwood. So we have to close all those spots because the government, the president have
set these regulations. So it was really difficult. We had to close shop These guys had to be
Come back,
retrenched and come back. So that's when we actually went back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that's why we went to
with
bread.
Lucian,
Yeah, that's when we always had the idea of how to make bread. But I think COVID-19, even though it was negatively affected us, but it also a blessing to us because we were able to get time to focus in making bread because now we were no longer busy preparing for cakes. So we had all the time to focus on this project.
Let's talk about employees. I know that the numbers have gone up. How did that go?
Actually, we had 7 guys
in our first year.
In the first year, we were helping us with the selling of cakes. Then we also employ other 5 guys inside the bakery, since the demand of bakery has increased, and we don't have time for us, me and Luyanda, to stay inside the bakery
because we have to market the bread. We
have to go out.
Yeah.
We have to go out and find customers. So we just decided, no, let's just hire 5 guys who can come inside and help and us in order to push this product.
Because we wake up at 4 and then we close shop like say 10, 10:30. It just depends on busy.
How
on that
busy
day.
we are, yeah.
Because in the day we are bakers, and in the evening we do our books ourselves. We have to do bookkeeping.
See, all round.
We have to do administration.
We have to deliver in the morning.
Yeah, and we don't have an office, so we all do it there.
Yeah.
So what are your times on a daily basis? From what time to what time?
It's 18 hours.
18 hours.
Yeah, we've counted. It's
Every day,
every day.
including Sunday.
Monday to Monday, actually. Because,
Oh, wow.
Because bread is consumed like on a
Every
daily
day.
basis, and most households like in Lazi, we have like big families.
household,
Yeah.
yeah.
They don't order like one bread. They order like 2 or 3 bread. So we have to like produce more and more and more bread. But now our only challenge is the limited capacity that we currently push it.
Yeah.
It's really slow.
Sianda, you were telling me that the bakery wasn't something that you woke up and dreamt of doing one day, but now you have this undying love for passion, or a passion for it rather. You too, when you
We never thought we would.
Yeah,
be
we
big.
never thought. Like if you'd ask us or we'd have this interview like 5 or 3 years ago, we'd be talking something else. Because speaking for myself, I never actually thought I'd be baking. Even though I like the idea of baking when I see my granny baking, when I see my mom baking. But see, I'd always imagine myself being like a director at some department, being a big shot somewhere else. But now God has just given me this opportunity to be a director in my own company.
What message do you have for the youth sitting at home who also have graduated, they're unemployed, and they want to venture into business? I mean, what word of advice do you have for them?
No, not that we have mastered the craft, but what I can say or what I can tell them is that we have to start. We have to start whatever thing that you have started, that you think you can start. If you can even sell the fruits in the street, because you never know, one day maybe you're gonna own the supermarket.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview with me. I appreciate it.
Thank
you very much, Yolanda,
for giving us this wonderful opportunity.
And there you have it, the very first interview done and dusted. Learned a lot from the 2 wise men, Usianda and Mbonisi. And of course, if you know of any entrepreneurs, please let me know in the comments below, or you can tell me on Instagram and on Facebook, because I am there as well. Otherwise, if you happen to be in the area, Imlazgai, don't forget to get yourself a loaf of bread from these up and coming stars. From me, Yolanda Mabanga. Until we meet again, it's goodbye.